Well, it doesn't look like there's much space for the locals. Where do they stay? Like, there's so many resorts.
The main capital, which isn't indicated on there, but it would be where the old airport, where you see Selaparang Airport, that's at Mataran, and that's the main capital. But there's villages all over the island. We're located down in an area called West Sukatan. But right now, most of the tourism has been up to Sengigi Beach near the old airport. But of course, those hotelers are now buying land on the south to be closer to the new international airport. So things are kind of migrating south on the entire island. But the population is basically agricultural and fishing. So most of the population are in the smaller agricultural villages inland, and of course the fishing villages all around the coasts.
Okay. So I'm a bit confused about exactly what an investor would be getting when he's purchasing stuff. So are they buying barren land, or are they buying an apartment that's already there, or a villa?
No, I would never recommend somebody buying barren land or raw land or uncertified land, because they never know if they're going to get certification to build. What we have at Sundancer is 48 hectares of prime beachfront land. Now this is all zoned, certified for building and construction. So somebody could buy a plot of land from us within our complex. They'd have a secured complex with a management company in place. And whether they wanted to just speculate on that piece of land and sell it as the demand for land grows with the tourism growth, whether they wanted to build their own villa on that land, whether they wanted to build a private home, or whether they wanted to build a villa and then have us manage it for them for rental income. We also have 66 apartments already built and completed on the property. Now, these 66 apartments will also be run as a hotel management group. So you could purchase an apartment from us, lease it back to our management company. We would manage it, secure it, maintain it, and put it out to our travel agents to keep it full for you and return 65% of the revenue to the owner. So we get 35% for managing it and marketing it, and the owner would get 65%. So they're income producing apartments on the property, and there's also land that they can buy, but it's not raw land. It's certified for building. They can construct on it.
So what are the prices that we're looking at?
Depends. If you want raw land, we've got, not raw land, excuse me, but plots, yes. Zoned plots. If you wanted zoned plots from 350 square meters up to 5,000 square meters, they can be purchased for as little as 40,000 Singapore dollars for a small investor. Apartments, 1 and 2 bedroom, run from 80 and 85 square meters for the 1 bedrooms up to 140 and 145 square meters for the 2 bedroom apartments, and they will run between $230,000 and $300,000.
So not bad for an investment point.
No, about 1/5 of what you'd pay for something similar in Bali, that's for sure. And yet the potential for the growth is the same as Bali's. It's with the new airport and everything, they're definitely going to go up in value. The investment point of thing, for instance, if you look at the apartment, if you were to invest $250,000 to $300,000 in an apartment, and let's say over the next 10 years there was no capital appreciation, which we know there is going to be with the growth of tourism, but if there was no capital appreciation and all we could do is return the same price, sell it for the same price 10 years from now, still during that 10 years, you'd have been achieving a yield. We guarantee a minimum yield, return on investment of 5%. And
5% return on rental yield?
Yes. Well, it's just, you get 65% of the rental revenue. But as far as return on investment, we will guarantee a minimum of 5%. We predict, obviously, it'll be at least 6%, or we wouldn't give that guarantee. Because based on the average hotel occupancy in Lombok right now and the average room rate, we're very confident we'll hit 6% minimum. And with the new airports opening, over the course of the next few years, we would project yields to be in the neighborhood of 12 and 13%. They may be that high because of the growth in tourism. Okay. Depends on how successful that airport is and how successful they are in promoting tourism. But already Lonely Planet has named for 2011 Lombok as one of the top 10 world destinations for tourists.
2011 is not even here.
Well, that's what they're predicting for the year 2011. Lombok, they're recommending it one of the top 10 world destinations for 2011. So you know the tourists are going to go there. The land's going to grow, the value is going to grow. We'll be able to rent the units out. Our closest competitor just opened in August, Cocatinas Resort, just on the next bay over from us. They're boasting a 70% occupancy already. They've got a minimum room rate of $120 a night, all the way up to $400 a night. It's going to produce a return, like I say, between 6 and 12% for the investor on these apartments.
Let's just get a bit cozy on one of the couches now. Just
Okay.
mic him up.